What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk about The Foreigner. I saw it at the theater. This is about Jackie Chan. He plays an older, kind of quiet guy. He takes his daughter to a dress store so that she can get a dress for prom. And before he can even park the car, a bomb goes off and he's almost killed. She is killed. And losing his daughter just like devastates him. He doesn't have any other family, so his life just kind of like it ceases to exist. He can't move on. He can't, he just can't function. And so he goes to the police station every day and he's like, tell me who the people are who did this. If you're not going to find them, let me find them, and eventually he even offers them like £20,000 for the names of the people who might have been, involved in it. So he is extremely driven and he wants to find the people that are responsible. Eventually, the police just tell him, hey, you can't keep coming down here. It's impeding the investigation. Just let us do our jobs. And so he, reluctantly, accepts the fact that he can't keep going to the police station. However, he's not going to give up. He sees on the news that like a rogue arm of the IRA claimed responsibility. So he discovers that the deputy prime minister is actually a former IRA member, and he figures, hey, this guy's got to be connected. So he starts calling his office. And whenever they kind of brush him off, he's like, you know what, I'm going to just show up in person. So he travels to Belfast and, hits up the guy. They're all just like freaking out because they don't understand why he keeps coming around. And eventually he's just like, hey, you know what, I'm going to make these people realize how important this is. So he sets off a small bomb at the office of the deputy prime minister. That sets into motion a huge chain of events where, he gets involved in the middle of all this IRA political struggle. And all he wants to do is find out who killed his daughter so that he can get some justice. And that's what the movie's all about. This movie, the marketing for it was heavily about Jackie Chan, the return of a legend. Even though he makes a ton of movies still, but I guess this was the first one that got wide release in America. He is a very prominent part of the movie. However, he is not the lead in the movie. Pierce Brosnan has much more screen time. The main story is this political intrigue about the IRA, this internal struggle. And then every once in a while, Jackie Chan will pop in. He has the best scenes in the movie. The IRA stuff, to me, is very dull. It's very seen this a million times before. It's just not that interesting. They try to throw in every twist and turn possible to make it interesting, but it just doesn't work. All you're doing is like, okay, when are we going to get more of the Jackie Chan storyline? For him being so old, I thought he did a great job. I was kind of curious whether it was just going to be a strictly dramatic, performance for him. But the action scenes are okay. And what I liked about him was he wasn't presented as this unstoppable force. Like, he was old, and like the fights took a toll on him, and they took a incremental toll on him as well from one fight to the next. It wasn't like he got beat down and then just shook it off and went into the next one. I mean, he also changes the way that he approaches things, because at first he's just fist fighting and everything, and then he tries to get smarter and use traps and do things to make up for his physical disadvantage against these people. But it's definitely not an action movie. It's more of like a political thriller that happens to have this action subplot. But again, to me, the Jackie Chan scenes are the best thing about the movie. They carry the movie, and surprisingly, Jackie Chan gives a pretty good performance, even like in the dramatic scenes. So I mean, I'm a pretty big Jackie Chan fan. Obviously, this is not one of his best movies, but I thought it was a pretty solid watch. The pacing is okay, but it runs into huge problems whenever there's large chunks of time without focusing on the Jackie Chan storyline, because things are just not that. The story is just same old stuff. It's just not interesting to watch. Pierce Brosnan is okay performance-wise, but there's just nothing there with the character. It's just kind of a generic role. I would recommend it to fans of Jackie Chan. I think this movie would have been great as like a 90-minute movie that focused mostly on Jackie Chan and then weaved in a little bit of the political intrigue. And instead we have like an almost 2-hour movie that focuses in mostly on the political intrigue and a little bit of Jackie Chan. So I thought it was a decent watch. Definitely not, must-see level stuff. But if you're a fan of Jackie Chan, I think you should check it out. Or if you're a fan of political thrillers, maybe you'll enjoy that part of the movie more than I did. If you like this review, you can read my full write-up of The Foreigner at markfusion.com. I've also got a ton of other movie reviews there. New release movies, horror, cult, exploitation, all kinds of stuff. Video games. I don't know. I've said this a million times and I can never remember it. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at markfusion. You can follow me there, see what I've got coming up. I usually post whatever boring stuff I get in the mail, which is always exciting, right, to see that. You can also recommend movies to me. If you like these videos, please do drop a sub for me. It would greatly help me out. It's the one thing that I can kind of point to when I try to grow my channel and say, hey, this is my audience. So I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do really appreciate it. If you don't like the new theatrical release reviews, I do apologize. I'm trying to put up as much kind of varied content as I can to try to grow the channel, but I will never give up my focus on the horror, crazy cult movies. Thanks again for watching this review. Hopefully I'll see you soon.